Hi, my name is Abby Skolton. I am a building substitute in a 4th and 5th grade building. That's actually where I did my student teaching. So I'm super comfortable there and I love it. I love my job, especially this year. So when a teacher has to go into quarantine, I am their sub. So I'm in and out of different classrooms and different teaching styles and different decor all the time. So I am like slowly collecting all these things that I want for my own room. So I'm kind of basing this assignment off of my student teaching, my time at Northern, and now my job that I currently have. So very first thing that you would see when you come in my room, if this was a normal year, would be flexible seating. I love flexible seating. I love the low and the high top tables. I love the wobble stools and the kids sitting on rugs. Get comfortable. If they want to stand, then they can stand. If that's what's going to make them, if that's what's going to help them learn better, then absolutely by all means stand. But as long as you're standing in the back so you're not blocking the person behind you. Like I said, if that was a normal year, right now my school is only allowed to use wobble chairs or wobble stools because that's the only thing that we can effectively sanitize in between student use. So that's what we're using. The next thing you would see is a little bit minimal or more minimal classroom decor. So if you look at Pinterest, you see all like the brights and the neons and the rainbows and all the adorable things. But my background is in special ed, so I immediately think of those kiddos and the sensory overload when you walk into a bright rainbow room and you're like, wow. Sometimes it's even a lot for a teacher to walk into a room, especially with the lights on and like polka dots. I love all of that. Just keeping things a little bit more minimal, but still super adorable. Like right now, farmhouse decor is so cute, so minimal. Colors aren't bright and obnoxious, so that's something to keep in mind. Another thing that you would see is I totally believe in grit and growth mindset. So I have already made posters for my own room one day, whenever that may be. And just like saying, like, instead of saying, oh, this is so hard, I can't do this, who can I ask for help? Like, instead of saying, oh my gosh, like this sucks, but I'm going to turn it in anyway, say, okay, what can I do to make this better? Is this going to make my teacher proud? Like, is my teacher going to be proud of the work that I turn in? I just really believe that if you have those things set out for them, it's something that they notice, and over time, it's something that they learn. Something that you would probably hear in my room a lot is the classroom calls. So I love to use like class, and then the students respond with yes, or holy moly, and they say guacamole, ready, set, you bet. Just all sorts of things that's really structured at the beginning of the year. You just practice. And so then they know the expectations. When you say class, and they respond yes, that means that they need to sit there. They need to quiet their voices. They need to get ready to listen for instructions. So it's a huge expectation for them, and they know that if you set that up at the beginning of the year. Another thing that I really love is just teamwork and collaboration. Again, this year things are a little bit different. It's harder to do collaboration and group work, but I love for students to work off of each other. My whole philosophy of ed is that the fact that I'm not the only teacher in the room, and I know that, I want my students to be able to go to other students and learn from them as much as they learn from me. I want them to learn from others. So I like the ask 3 before you ask me. Go ask a friend where you need to turn your paper in instead of coming to the teacher right away. That's an escalator question. Sometimes I kind of throw that out there. At the beginning of the year, a lot of the teachers at my school show an escalator video, and the escalator stops working and they start screaming for help. And an escalator you can walk right off of. So sometimes if a kid has a really obvious question that they should know the answer to, or at least the person next to them should know, I say, hey, that's an escalator question. Go ask a friend. Especially with Chromebooks. And if something pops up and they're like, oh, what do I do? It's like, hey, just read it and just hit the X or hit OK. Most of the time it's as simple as that. But I like to say the 3 before me, or go ask a friend, or